Man, I can tell when I'm clean shaven. You can tell. All right, so this is part C of my top 50 games of all time. This one, it has been a long time coming because I've been making videos maybe for the past week about this, and I only do it when I'm in my car, when I'm driving somewhere. I'm not going to do it kind of on my free time. I'm going to do it when I'm doing something else, and it's very easy to take a drive and get something done while I'm doing it. So yeah, let's get into number 2 and number 1 of my favorite games. My top 5 are pretty interchangeable. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be my top 3 are pretty interchangeable. But when I think about Hyper Light Drifter and I think about Chained Echoes, they're games that I feel like are gonna be intertwined in that top 5. Along obviously with Planescape Torment. I felt like I was so passionate talking about it the last video, and it really struck a chord because it's like the perfect game to describe my younger self and my older self. Younger self because of Baldur's Gate and playing that CRPG type of game, and then my new game self trying to understand greater meanings in life and themes that I couldn't comprehend when I was younger, especially not when I was younger. And I've done like ketamine, and I've done different things to where I've been able to go on mind trips or whatever. But Planescape Torment was a trip all on its own. So very important game to me now, and I feel like it always has been. It's always been a game I've really wanted to play. So let's get into the number 2 spot and the number 1 spot. So the number 2 spot is gonna go to Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I first played this maybe back in 2007 or 2008. I'd say I was probably 15 at the time. A freshman, yeah, that makes sense. I was a freshman in high school. I believe this is right around when the 360 came out. I think it came out when I was in 8th grade. And then we really played it freshman year. Yeah, that makes sense because I remember I had some time with Gears of War before Halo 3 came out. And I still play Gears of War, even before Call of Duty 4 came out as well. But this came out during the summer of arcade. Back in 2007, I believe. And the summer, it was like summer of arcade. I think it was summer of arcade. It was like the indie. It's spotlighted a lot of indie gems, but it also spotlighted some of these games that they're HD remastering and all that. I remember Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie got that treatment before the rare replay. But Symphony of the Night, I always was tuned into what games were the best games of all time. I was a big proponent of Game Informer. I got them every month or whatever, and I always went on GameSpot and listened to the reviews even when I was at school. I was always like tuned into game news, new releases, what game series were highly regarded, etc. And Symphony of the Night was always one that was up there that I was like, man, I need to play this game for sure. Same with Planescape Torment. These two games were games that I knew that I had to play. Even when I was younger, I knew I had to play them. And Symphony of the Night to me is PS1 personified. It's when I think about PS1 and what a great system it was, Symphony of the Night's the game that comes to my mind. And it just is, I beat Dawn of Sorrow and I beat Lord of the Shadow, which I really enjoyed. I just haven't played it for a long time, but Symphony of the Night I just feel like I don't really need to play other Castlevanias. I played Symphony of the Night so many times. I beat it 7 or 8 times. Inverted Castle and etc. That I don't really feel the need to play any other Castlevanias. I know that might sound shallow, or you just play one and you expect to know the series. I played other ones quite a bit. I just never beat a lot of them. And Symphony of the Night, I got my fill. It's the perfect gameplay. It's the perfect gameplay. I mean, they just hit it out of the ball with this one. If I'm talking about a game that's just like gameplay personified, like it's the idea of gameplay, it's Symphony of the Night. And if I want to go back and get a Metroidvania feel, I'm gonna play this game. It shadows over a Hollow Knight for me. It's over Metroid. It's over all these type of games. I just feel like it's never been better than Symphony of the Night, and it's my own personal opinion. So, I can't wait to go back to it eventually. I know I beat it so many times, but I feel like it's always just asking me to go back. So, all right. So number one, I go back and forth with this one, but I just put it as a holder for my top game of all time, because the whole series is the best series of all time, and I do believe that this overtook Berserk. And I only say that as my favorite universe, because I guess there's a little bit more hope, and there's a little bit more themes of creation in here, and that's a big one for me. Having an idea of creation that uses kind of the Jungian school of thought. I mean, it just has so much in it. It still boggles my mind that that this series has had so many different identities, and yet it's mind-blowing how incredible it is. So number one is Xenoblade Chronicles. I mean, how can it not be? You got Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, 3, then you've got X, and I beat all of them. And I don't usually beat super long games, but these ones just, once I started with 3, so I started late, maybe back in 2022. And I remember working, and I remember talking to my buddy, who I just saw, and it was good to see him again. I told my buddy, I was like, dude, I've never played such a good game, besides Xenoblade, like with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. It's like, this game is just, it's so good. Like, it's so good. I can't put into words how good it was, and especially when I played it, it just blew me away. And then, so I started with 3, and I had X on the Wii U. Or did I? I don't know if but I knew that it was like a standout game on the Wii U, and I don't think I actually owned it. Which, because I didn't know what the hell Xenoblade was. And I was like, I know it's the third one, but I'll start with it. It looks really good. It looks like a game that I could get lost in, hopefully. And I did. And then I went back to play 1, and then I played 2. And then X luckily came out, and it was probably my most hyped game that I've ever seen a trailer for. I remember seeing the trailer, I was watching the Nintendo Direct, and I was like, no way, man, is this serious? And again, to that same buddy, I was like, dude, like this is real, like this is like, and I was like 30 at the time, so always kind of sounds lame when you, like, I don't know, for me, like, I'm not like skipping work anymore to play games, which I used to do. But yeah, Xenoblade is just something special to me. It just is like, it's got everything to it. It's got everything to it, man. Again, my top 5 is pretty interchangeable, because as passionate as I am with Xenoblade, the other games are stellar in their own way, and stellar in my own like interpretation of them. That's really what games are. Like, there's gonna be people who don't like Xenoblade, and I totally understand why. And then there's gonna be people who love it and it connects with. And then there's gonna be games that I don't like that connect with other people, and that's just life. So I'm happy that Xenoblade did connect with me. I feel like I got a lot out of it. So I'm happy that my experiences in life have led me to enjoy Xenoblade and get something out of Xenoblade as well. So yeah, very happy about that. Yeah, very happy about that. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's having a hard time. But yeah, I'm really happy about that. I'm happy about what Xenoblade gave to me, and you know, I always try to kind of preach, you know, Xenoblade to people that I know, like, oh, play it if you haven't played it, and nobody that I knew played it, and that might have helped me out into enjoying it, because sometimes when people are like, you got to play this game, it makes me not want to play it, because sometimes it's like, I don't know, it's just something in my mind where I'm like, like, I gotta spend a lot of time to do that, and I don't have the time, and I really should take other people's advice on games. But it is tough, because I'm very, I like what I like, and it's tough to kind of get into something else like that. It's difficult. But yeah, Xenoblade's number 1. You know, I'm pretty solid on my top 5. You know, Tactics is creeping on that door. I'm playing Tactics Ogre right now, and I'm really enjoying it. But overall, I'm happy to make this list. You know, gaming is very important to me. Always has been. Probably always will be. And you know, I enjoy playing games, and now getting older, I don't have as much time, and other things definitely take priority, but sometimes I feel myself slipping and I get addicted to a game, and that can be difficult just because I know that games can be addicting, but I try not to play any multiplayer games anymore, and it works out for the best. So I'm happy that you enjoyed this list, and I always look forward to making more, so thank you.